That's pure gaping.
It's live.
It's happening, Magherafelt.
Well,
How are
you?
We're back.
We're back. And we're on camera.
In person. That's technology for you, boy. That's technology for you, boy. Jesus Christ, that's technology for you, boy. We are back. This is our first video podcast. Fingers crossed it goes well, the edit, and you actually see this.
Please work.
Fucking hope so.
Please work.
Episode 41.
41
with James O'Kane of the Flax in Magherafelt. One of the best Guinnesses about. And we had a great time. We learned about the farm.
Yep.
We learned about farming. There is a countryside I didn't know about. Animals produce things that I didn't know they produced. And
cows and sheep and
yeah, James had a very
all those things.
very interesting upbringing. And you two kind of bonded a wee bit about the price of turf and eggs
potatoes gathering.
There you go. And yeah, it was a really fun episode. Like, we chatted about some historical pub things.
Yep.
We chatted about the community in general. There was a few fan favourite segments in there as well that you will enjoy. And then we also got into James taking over the Flax recently.
Yep.
That balance of family and the pub and the farming and everything, and just an all-around really nice episode.
Yep. Shall we shout out our main sponsor?
Our main sponsor is the Flax. Fantastic Flax.
Who'd have guessed it?
Who would have guessed it? We're currently in the Good Room.
Yep.
The Good Room is a fantastic space.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Come to the
Come on
Flax.
down. Get a Guinness.
No, the Guinness is superb. We
So
had one
superb.
during the podcast.
Yeah, but the hospitality is superb here as well.
Yep.
Great bunch of people. This room is fantastic. We can literally do whatever we want with it.
It's class.
It's fantastic.
And you'll notice during the podcast that my pint went down very quickly.
Very quickly. I was sitting at one
tasty,
stage,
man.
I was like, holy fuck.
We both had finished ours. Me and
These
James
two had finished, and I was doing all the fucking
you were yarning, man.
shite talking.
Shit talking.
But yeah, we had a great time with James there, and probably a perfect,
Intro, I think.
intro into the video world, where the family and the place that has gave us this lovely venue to really show off our guests, their stories, and the community as well.
So come to the Flax.
So come on down.
Come on down.
We're
to
really
the
earning
Flax.
our money. But yeah, Flax is obviously a great spot, and make sure to call down. We had a great time with James. James was a great guest. Lovely to meet him and the family, and this beautiful business that's here. We love it. We love the Guinness. They have a Guinness Cave outside. It's fantastic. Traditional music on every other night here and there.
Can I do it one more time?
Do it again. Come on down.
Come on.
Fergal will be here with a top hat and a monocle. But yeah,
Enjoy that episode, folks.
enjoy that episode, and we really hope you stick with us, and our 400 and 500 listeners may start to become viewers. I don't know.
Who knows?
Don't know if you want to see us or not. If you don't, that's okay. That's okay.
I have to stop picking my nose during these
Please
podcasts.
watch us. Please watch us. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and enjoy yourselves.
Cue
the pour on.
We need to buy a boron.
And there was one guy, he was just like sitting there astonished at what happened with his phone, and it was his thumb was open. So say I have the phone. Mm-hmm. Fergal kept on coming over and putting his thumb on my phone and opening it, and they couldn't understand why, and he was just sitting there like, I can't believe he has the same fingerprint as me. But what they did like half a year ago was they were on his phone and they added the fingerprint to the phone. So that anytime, like, it was his bar trick. He's like, here lad, give me your phone there. And then he just like opens it and he goes, and he's just like, how did he do that?
Mind blown. Brilliant.
I thought that was class. It was so funny.
I didn't even know you could do it.
Add
another fingerprint.
I didn't know. I thought it was so smart. James, thank you for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hopefully the camera works. You better work. I swear to God.
Here we are.
Here we are, is right. We're all here. James, have you ever listened or the podcast before?
Clips.
Wee
Oh,
clips.
yeah.
You don't know what you're in for then, do you?
No, I really do.
Even better.
You sent a few clips there.
Yes.
Over to Fiona and then Olivia's.
That's right. I sent you all
just went to all
the
that,
ones
so.
where the wee soft ones. I didn't do the crazy ones. No, that's good. No, great. Well, what we do, James, I kind of mentioned to you, was just chat a bit of shit. We do like a wee quiz, a wee like quick fire, and have a bit of crack with that. So it's just asking you stuff and see what you think, and then Fergal can join in if he wants.
I'll help you out, James. Don't worry.
Fergal's no
Good
help.
man.
Fergal's no help whatsoever.
Pressure's on now. Can I phone a friend here at any point?
No,
I need to.
you can't. You Fergal, and that's it. Like. But yeah, it's like a wee quick fire, and then we go through a wee few bits and pieces. Like I did a wee bit of research on pubs in general, and then we'll chat to you a wee bit about the Flax, a wee bit about this, and just in general Magherafelt, and then we'll go on to just a bit about your backstory, you know, just bits and pieces like that. So that's all it really is, really. Anyway, are you ready?
I'm excited.
Great.
I'm excited.
Good.
I don't know whether to look at the camera or not, by the way. Are we?
Just pretend it's not there. Pretend everybody else is naked. James, beans or mushrooms?
Beans.
Soda bread or potato bread?
Soda bread.
Eggs or tomato?
Eggs.
I agree with all this so far.
Wheaten bread or slice of pan?
Wheaten bread.
Red or brown sauce?
Oh. Red.
Good. That's the right
I
answer.
disagree there.
What would you have in your
So-
fry? What would you have in your fry?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Just a wee mix?
And I'll put a couple of dabs of both on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Sacrilegious.
I don't know about that.
There's a wee game we play on this. It's called the Magherafelt Mega Menu. Very, very popular game. So what you can do is you kind of think of Magherafelt as this massive kitchen, as it were. And you can pick things from all over Magherafelt to create your 3-course meal, in a sense. So for your starter, you can pick, you know, a starter here and there from, you know, around Magherafelt, the different wee eateries and stuff. Then, for example, the mains, you can pick a main from anywhere in Magherafelt. You can throw in a side from anywhere else in Magherafelt, throw a bit of sauce in, throw in an extra side if you want. And then, same with the dessert. You can pick a dessert from anywhere in Magherafelt, sauce from somewhere, ice cream from somewhere, custard from somewhere. Where are you from yourself?
I live in Castle Dawson.
Castle Dawson. You're allowed Castle Dawson
That's
then as
good,
well. That's like a wee rule.
That's fine.
We've brought people on, they're like, I don't even eat Magherafelt. I'm like, oh shit. So the loopholes is you're allowed in and around the area of Magherafelt and Castle Dawson, of course, as well. So the likes of that, what would you say your starter would be, you know, in the area? What's your favourite starter from the restaurants or eateries?
Dawson's salt and chili chicken.
Dawson's gets through in quite a
Does
bit.
Yeah.
I need to go to it.
I
it's
need to
good.
go as well. I haven't been in a wee while. It
You've
seems to
been?
be quite nice. I haven't been in a long, long time.
We hadn't been for quite a while, and then we ventured down a few Sundays ago. Just took an ocean. Fiona couldn't be bothered cooking. and-
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it's just getting better and better.
It really is very good.
Really, really nice.
Really.
What about your main? What's your favourite main around the area?
See, I love a Sunday dinner. So
Hard to beat.
yeah, and I'm going to be honest. We were in the inn quite recently as well. Turkey and ham. I know it's a Christmas thing, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I
we're
was
getting
on
there.
it. I know, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go with turkey and ham, and it was delicious. The inn in Castle Dawson, beautiful.
Do you have any other wee sides or anything with that whenever you're getting or is there just enough on the plate anyway?
Could take a notion sometimes tobacco onions, just throw it in there.
Oh,
So-
nice.
We had a chef on here a couple of times actually, a fella Joe Kane. He's just like tobacco onions. Nah, get them away. Get them the fuck away.
No, I don't think he minds tobacco onions.
I
It's
think
just that
they
they're
were overdone.
overused.
You know, like 10 years ago, you know, you could anything you get, you just seen tobacco, a pile of tobacco onions on top of them, and he got sick of them as a chef because he was sick of, you know, he liked putting out good food, and then they go put some tobacco onions in that. So you can understand.
I get from his point of view, definitely. That's Joe came from Dungiven, isn't it?
It
Aye.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's just opening a restaurant soon as well.
Really?
He's opening one in Gorton area. It's called
Yeah.
the Dolphin.
Yeah, the Dolphin Bar.
Aye, the Dolphin
Yes,
Bar.
he knows it.
So what happened was he actually was thinking about getting a wee takeaway. He was going to open a wee takeaway, and he was all for that. And then randomly, someone goes, "Here, Joe, there's a guy. Do you know Fergal Contracts
Yeah.
Construction?
Yeah.
They own that building. They own that premises.
Oh, really?
And they had nobody. They were waiting for someone to like come and like look after it for them. They couldn't find anybody, and then Joe came along, and Joe was like, "All right, I'll come up and see what the crack is." You know, the Dolphin was known as wasn't really like a like a proper big restaurant or anything. It was more of a dining hall sort of experience, you know. And he went up, and Joe was like, I don't know about this. And he goes, look, do whatever you want. You know, you can take that wall out, you can do this, you can do whatever you want. And look, expense spared, you work away and just make it the way you want, Joe.
Wow.
And he was like, right, okay.
Class.
And then he's actually looking for, anybody out there needs a job, hospitality. It's very hard at the moment to get to hospitality. There's 4 positions, and he's opening hopefully the end of November, probably start of December time.
Good luck,
And they're in the middle of renovation at the moment. They just got the place out, changed it the way he wants. The bar is still going to be separate. He'll do a wee bit of like pub grub and stuff, but he's going to make the restaurant his own. Yeah. And then he's going to have wee lodges on it as well. There's lodges built into it, and then they hope to like use them in the future. Like, so it's going to be a nice wee destination, like, you know, just to go up there, a wee meal, and if you want to stay over in the future, lovely wee spot.
Good for him.
Looking forward to that.
Aye, so that was crazy. Like, we had in the podcast at the time, he was working with Kelly's as their like developmental chef for all the meals, and then now he's opening his own restaurant. Like, absolutely madness.
Well, those pods would be a great idea because they're so popular.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Out in the wilderness, and it's a good spot up there.
Yeah,
like, you know.
It's lovely. It's really picturesque. I hadn't a clue where it was. I was up a couple of times just scoping it out with him and chatting to him about it. Like, and I couldn't believe the scenery and massive big car park and all. Like, lovely, lovely spot. Dessert.
Ooh. It's gonna go back to the old Church Street.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
Lemon posset.
Ooh. Is that in a wee bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Wee bowl of a thing. What's in a lemon posset? Is it like a foamy stuff or?
It's like a mousse.
Ah, yes.
But it's probably a wee bit heavier than a mousse.
Yeah.
I just remember Church Street.
Yeah.
It was going the lemon posset was delicious.
Class.
Was it good? I would have picked you for a fancy
well,
dessert.
you see now, you see it is
ice cream.
that
ice
was
cream.
good. But if there's a jam and coconut sponge with custard on there.
That's old school. That's dinner hall stuff. Did the lemon posset have like a biscuit with it and stuff? I remember had like
shortbread biscuit.
I remember that.
I actually do.
Like a wee sorbet or something.
Church Street was delicious. Like,
really was.
Loved the filled steaks in there, and just everything was done so well. I knew I think I knew the sous chef in there at the time as well. Fella, it was a lovely spot. Dessert. So any wee sauces or anything like that? Do you have ice cream? Do you have custard, or is it just enough?
I'm not a big ice cream person.
Just enough.
No, kids love it, but I just
I'm not really fussed on ice cream either myself.
Oh man, I have a friend of mine, Stephen O'Kane. Shout out.
Yeah.
That man is addicted to ice cream.
Clina is too. Like it's cocaine. Like
I go with him.
It's sugar. It's literally just pure sugar.
That's all it is. I go with him all the time. We go to Ben's like every Sunday as a wee treat.
I love our kids.
So good, man.
They love Ben's. Just can we go to Ben's? We'll not get dessert. Can we just go to Ben's?
There's a plug for Ben's.
There we go.
It really is beautiful.
It is good.
But I don't know. I've never. Do you know only a slider in the summertime? I love a slider in the summertime. Just so it is
class. Some stuff made like. This next one. This is one of your favourites, Fergal. But you're not joining in this one because you're terrible at it. Magherafelt root takers.
Jesus.
So Magherafelt root takers is.
You don't need me here.
So the name says it all. So I give you a location of Magherafelt. It's an A to B. I give you one location, and you have to get to the other location. You know, the quickest route.
Right.
So it's Magherafelt root takers. All right. So Magherafelt Leisure Centre.
Right.
To John J. Higgins Joinery.
Come out of it down Kirk Avenue.
Okay.
Through the Diamond. Down Broad Street.
Yeah.
Church Street. And down Station Road.
Yeah, it's probably the quickest way.
You
go Fergal.
Could have went Fergal because you missed the traffic then in the Diamond.
That's it.
In Broad Street.
Last time, we've done this a few times, and Fergal, another guy, was doing it one time, and they like started adding all these different things. They're like, oh, you wouldn't go through Magherafelt at 3 p.m. No, you couldn't go through there. Oh, fuck. No, it's raining that day. Oh, you wouldn't go down that street. So no, very good, James. This is the next one is Notorious Pizza. Do you know it?
Yeah.
To Splash Water Park.
I don't know where Splash Water Park is.
There you go. It is.
Quarries,
Yeah, it's up that direction. Moneymore Road It's up the Moneymore Road, and you go through the roundabout.
I can't remember where it's
You've got York Fitness in there. You've got Roundabout Coffee. You drive through the roundabout, and then you keep driving, and then you take a left. Take a left, and then you're just driving on down that road, and then it's on the right.
Do they
Or
have
you
a
take
sign?
take a right, then a left. They don't. I don't think they're able to put a sign up for some reason. No, I don't think they're able to. Something like that.
There you go. I see my kids have been to it, but I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't been to it.
some spot. Really, really nice. Yeah,
Do you still
yeah.
go swimming in the mornings? On
Still go the odd wee swim, yeah. Need
Getting
to,
Tyler,
need
is
to
it?
start getting to the cold dips.
Is that Splash do that, or do you just do that yourself?
No, you go up, like they own that, so you go up and you just pay whatever, I think it's a $5, and you go in for a swim, open swim, and you just swim. Just lovely big,
Glass.
crystal clear enough water as well, like real lovely water. And then they've saunas built there now as well. They're in the middle of building saunas, so you can go for a dip, or a cold dip, or you can go to yoga or meditate, and you can go into the saunas after.
That's deadly.
I am absolutely buzzing about it.
You just start the day, I would imagine, gets you going.
Lovely, lovely.
Are they built yet?
I just seen a update today of them. They look class. They're nearly the saunas are nearly done. They've got like 2 big 15-man saunas, and they've got like a wee man-made beach right beside it. You can just walk into the water or walk out of the water and into the saunas. Like, it's class. It's so nice. It's crazy that Magherafelt has something like that.
I know. We took I would coach it under, well, I'm not sure I would use the term coach.
Caretaker.
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Castle Dawson under 15s, and we took them all to Kilrea, to the lake. And that was excellent. That was very, very good.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, they really looked after us up there.
Splash is better.
There you go.
No, I've been to both, but I would say Splash is a good spot. I think it's just 5 minutes from my house as well, which is very hard to beat.
Well, there was a few of the older lads, the under 17 lads, would do lifeguards about it, so that's why we
Right,
ended
yeah.
up going there. They suggested it.
Very good. Magherafelt dump
Mm-hmm.
to Manor Park.
I can't remember where's Manor Park. Oh, yeah, I know where Manor Park is. Magherafelt dump. Turn right up the Ballyrunner Road, heading for the town. Mini roundabout after Tesco's. Turn left up into Spurn. Is it Queen's Avenue? Or is it
I think you come up into Queen's
Avenue?
Yeah, close to the leisure centre.
Yeah, on past the leisure centre, past the old library. Actually, no, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna
Damn
go
it!
back. We're gonna go back. Turn
Thought I
left.
got you there.
Coming out of the dump.
Yeah.
Down past the McNichols petrol station. Turn right up for Parkmore.
Right. Yeah.
And up through Parkmore.
There we go.
Yes, that's good.
There we go. I nearly got you on that one.
Forgot about
Nearly got you on that one. Do any of you know the oldest pubs in Ireland? Have you heard?
Sean's
Bar.
Bar's the oldest bar in Ireland, as far as I
Where's
know.
that?
Sean's Bar in Athlone.
Athlone, yes.
Athlone?
Yep, it's the only one that they can date back, and it was
That's
900
way back,
AD.
aye.
900 AD.
What's
That's
the
900 years after Jesus, like.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Wow.
I wonder how they actually. Do they have records or what? What's
Do you know how I have it here somewhere, or I actually read it somewhere? It's not even there. They were doing construction on it many years ago, and what they found in it, the way the walls were made, was a real like ancient technique, and they found coins as well within the walls, and they were able to date those coins back to the thing. Like, it was class. I was looking it up today. I thought it was really interesting.
It's not like what do you call that film? You know, where the guy cut off all his fingers. Spoiler alert.
Jesus,
You know the Irish film?
cut off all his fingers.
Aye. Oh, what's
And
the
then did
name?
he put it on an iron to
No, the something of an Iscarn. Remember that film?
Banshee? The Banshee of
Aye.
Scarn. Oh yes.
Do you remember that film?
Oh, aye.
You know the way they went into the bar in that one, and it was all just bottles of Guinness.
Aye.
Is that the way they would do it? It would all just be bottles.
Even further back than that, like
It would just
even
be barrels and
barrels and bottles and just pouring them for you.
stuff.
well,
they-
like back here, we have a bottle downstairs so all the stout was bottled on the premises.
Yeah.
Guinness just delivered you a barrel.
And you just bottle it
And you
yourself?
bottled it. Every pub bottled it themselves, and they had their own label. And generally, the label said under Mary O'Keefe, King Street,
Ah,
Magherafelt.
right.
No way.
Yeah.
Didn't know
Do you just
that.
have those bottles?
There's one left. So
Oh
there's
shit.
Wow.
stout in it.
Can we,
No
get a,
way.
can we get a wee photo of that after?
Yeah.
Deadly. Did you ever hear? I heard this ages ago about you love this Guinness not travelling well, and it was I heard this. So I was on a project years ago, and it was a big tanker pulling into like Liverpool, and the company I was doing the work for, it was a big Guinness tanker coming. I go, oh fuck, look at that big thing of Guinness, and he goes, do you know that's not actually Guinness that you drink? That's actually a dilutant. So it's like a
concentrate.
A concentrate of Guinness. So they say oh, Guinness doesn't travel well, but it's actually the Guinness travels well, but it's what it's mixed with when it gets to that country. It's the water that it's mixed with.
Right.
So Guinness transports it as a concentrate. And then, if you get it in fucking Taiwan or you get it in Ballybouffay, it depends on the water of the source that it was created, or it was like mixed with.
Yeah.
And that, there you go. There's a wee fact for you.
Wow.
I found it out one time. So whenever I'm really, really drunk, that's my party piece. I love telling that story. It's class, like.
You tell it really well.
Class. Thank you.
Well, the largest drinking nation, I think, of Guinness is Nigeria.
Nigeria.
As far as I know,
Yeah,
Apparently
that's
there are
right.
Huge Guinness drinkers over there.
Oh yeah.
Massive
yeah,
per
yeah.
capita or something. Madness. The other two oldest pubs were the Brazen Head in Dublin, which is in the city centre of Dublin. But oh Jesus, it's maybe 300 years after that, even again. And it had the likes of James Joyce, Brendan Behan, Jonathan Smith. These were revolutionaries back in the day. Robert Emmett, Wolfe Tone, Daniel O'Connell, and Michael Collins all drank in it.
Wow.
And then Grace Needles in Donaghadee is the third oldest as well. And what was it? Yeah, Grace Needles. She got it as a wedding present, and it used to be the King's Arm, and it used to have like pirates and sailors and all come to it. It used to be like a real old like skanky sort of pub. Like I know it sounds terrible, but it sounded very cool. The highest pub in Ireland. Do you know this?
It's not the Ponderosa, is it?
It's not the Ponderosa. It's not the Ponderosa.
Well, they claim
They
it
claim
is.
it?
Well, Ponderosa, you're wrong. Because I
Was
listened.
there not a court battle a few years ago?
Could have been.
In Dublin.
There was what was it? There was one in Johnny Fox's. It's known as the highest, or one of the highest. So there's one called Top of Coombe. That's the bar. The highest pub is 1,046 feet above sea level. The only pub in Ireland to break the 1,000 feet barrier. So for years, I think it lay abandoned because there was a fire or something and ruined it. And then in 2012, they had like modernised it, and then it became.
Where's it at?
Top of Coombe, highest pub. Ah shit, I haven't wrote the location. It's in Ireland. You look it up.
What is it?
Top of Coombe, Coom. So it must be close to. So above sea level is how they look. And then the Ponderosa was established in 1858, standing at 946 foot above sea level.
There's the big sign outside.
Yeah. But I think the way they get away with, Ponderosa, way they get away with saying that is they say bar and restaurant, the highest bar and restaurant in Ireland,
yes, yeah.
and then they're able to obviously say that. And another
What year is it?
County Kerry. I thought it would have been County Kerry. A lot of mountains there.
1858 is when it was established, but it was a different name back then, and I found out that the name Ponderosa is a wee bit strange.
Yep.
It's actually back, I don't know what year it was, but they changed the name. Where is it here? Yeah, Ben Cartwright. It was Cartwright's pub, along with his three sons, Joe, Adam, and Hoss. So they were a part of the TV show Bonanza back in the day, and they owned a ranch called the Ponderosa. Did you know that?
No, I just remember the program.
You remember so what happened was the locals started calling them guys Bonanza, and then they ran with it and let's just call the pub Ponderosa. So it's no connection to Ireland whatsoever, and they called it the Ponderosa, and that's why it's the Ponderosa. I thought it was some sort of beautiful Irish queen or something, Lady Ponderosa or something. Ended up being that. Some American TV show's ranch.
That's class.
I know. And then Johnny Fox's is the third. It's the most famous of all three due to its proximity in Dublin. And it is 910 foot as far as they can go. So there you are.
There you go. You're a fountain of information.
There you go.
What's the oldest pub in Magherafelt then? Do we know?
Oh. Has it ever been debated?
I'm Bryson's, but I don't know.
Do you think so? Bryson's would be old enough. They have be probably early 1900s, maybe something like that. I've got another wee test for you. Well, not even a wee test. So you know that like the different shades of beers and ales,
right,
and those sorts of things.
Stouts.
So so they go from like different. I knew this. I didn't know the complete detail of this, but I knew that it starts with like a light gold beer. So, for example, pale straw to light gold is Heineken and Carlsberg. So they're probably your cheapest as well. Like they'll be more your lower sort of band stuff. And that's not to say they're bad here. They're fantastic. They're really, really good.
Come to Flax.
They're fantastic here. And then after that, you've got pale amber to deep gold. Can you think of any?
Like Carlsberg or anything? No.
I already said Carlsberg.
Well, I would say Harp's probably a...
Harp.
Harp could be. It hasn't mentioned Harp here. So they're known as a pale ale at this level.
Okay.
So
No.
it's Smithwick's,
Right, I wouldn't really drink Smithwick's.
Kilkenny.
Yes, Kilkenny.
You ever have a Kilkenny?
Yeah.
It's really lovely.
Tasty, like
never
they're
had
you
it.
don't get them up here that often.
You used to get them up here, but it's a long
and they have a
time
wee
since.
head. They've like a wee Guinness head on them. Like
Yeah.
I only tasted one there. They're nice. They are quite nice. They're very thick though. And then there's an Indian pale ale or India pale ale.
An IPA.
Yeah, IPA. And then you have amber to copper. So that's an amber ale. So it's like it's getting closer and closer to black in a sense, getting closer and closer to the stout. And then you have brown to dark brown ales. And then you have the likes of porters. So you have your Murphy's. Murphy's is known as a porter. And then you have your stouts. And that's obviously your Guinness draft. And then I found this out. I thought this was very interesting. Baltic porters. So there's beyond.
Yeah.
Did you know this?
Well, go ahead.
It goes beyond. So it's called a Baltic porter. The most popular Baltic porter known worldwide is probably the Baltica 6 porter, brewed by the Baltica brewery in Russia. And I think that's the only place that makes it. Like it's their sort of cherished porter, I suppose.
And is it darker than...
Darker again, aye. That's so
Guinness?
it's kind of goes on a level. Like we started at like gold there, like a light
I think
gold.
it's darker than that.
Fuck, I don't know. There must be shining lights through it and looking
light comes through it,
looking for shadows and stuff. But there you go. I thought we'd go through that. I thought that was fun.
Very interesting.
Nice wee trip
Is it
down.
Baltic just because of it in Russia? And
It's the area that it's made.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really interesting.
Are you a Guinness man yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Is that all you drink?
Depends. Summertime, I would go for the likes of a Carlsberg or something like that. You know,
Aye,
you
something a bit
just-
later.
Oh, it's far too warm for a Guinness. But 9 times out of 10, it's Guinness.
Aye, same.
Yeah, I just love it.
I can't drink anything else, really.
It's hard to beat Guinness, I think. Like,
Even on a warm day.
Aye,
I
same.
still-
I still go for it. If
That-
it's nice
that's
Guinness.
Cool. That's lovely. Just
Oh, man.
class.
it's a wee meal on its own. It's fantastic. Jeeps, where are you from yourself? Where did you come from?
Castle Dawson.
Born and bred.
Born and bred in Castle Dawson, yes.
We always try to get everybody to try and mention this. So, have you got a first memory, your earliest memory that you can think of?
Of home?
Childhood in general.
Yeah, probably. So we lived quite close to the golf club, Miola Park
Right,
Golf Club. So me and friends and brothers would have went fishing for golf balls and then sold them to golfers.
Sold them back to them.
Sold them back to them,
Fools.
and you'd only maybe you got £1 tops, but that was enough. Way to the Swedish shop.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So it was, but I just remember my daddy coming to. We maybe got up 7 o'clock in the morning, away to the golf course. I'm just coming, stomping through the golf course. Where the hell are you all at? And us all soaking from wading through the Mueller River, pulling out golf balls.
Getting pocket money.
Yeah,
Class. Did you have many siblings?
I have 5 siblings, 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Very good. What was your home house like? Was it a farm or was it like?
Originally, but then when my mum and dad moved up into another house off the farm, so obviously we moved to. Didn't want to leave us on the farm. They took us with them. It was very good.
Probably best.
So it was just off the farm, but childhood was just on the farm all the time.
Yeah.
You had jobs to do, and you were told to do them, and that was it.
That was
And
it. What type of farm was it? What did you mainly do?
Beef and sheep back then, and then with the poultry side as well.
Really?
So you'd have been going collecting eggs and things like that there in the morning time and stuff.
Was the eggs to sell or was it just for yourself?
To sell.
Wow. So you had a lot of them?
Well, my dad ran Cane's Eggs for a good number of years, so he was packaging eggs and things like that and exporting them. So we were just, weekends, usually lifting eggs.
Free workers. Free workers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was the reason why there were so many kids back in the day.
I was thinking that there. 5 kids, we've got a farm, we need workers.
We need at least 5.
Grow up.
Which was the easiest animal to handle in the farm?
I always liked sheep. I was always a big fan of sheep, but there were...
Was lambing season not?
It was chaotic.
Mental.
It was just mental all the time, constantly. And then you come out in the morning and there's 10 lambs and you're who owns these lambs? And
the parents are just like...
and you have 4 or 5 ewes and everything here and you're going, oh no.
There's no cameras back in the day. There's no sitting in the
nothing.
house.
So right, take that ewe in there, we'll put used to in there and used to in there. Oh no, she's throwing that one away. Right? You don't belong in there.
Musical chairs, musical sheep.
You just had to physically guess. I'm pretty sure.
You could go in somewhere and they're all maybe in different pens, say batches of 20, and you go in and maybe one morning there's only one in that pen, right? That's okay. But then you go into the next pen, there's 3 ewes of lamb.
You had to figure out.
All right, who owns what here? So it was good fun. You think it was. You think at the time it was frustrating and that, but it wasn't. It was actually it was just fun and it was good crack with my brothers. And
did you have to stay up at night time for lambing as well?
Well, my dad died when I was 13.
Really?
So then, Mummy had up here, and then my older brother worked here. So then at night time you'd have been down.
She was at the bar and the farm back then as well.
So before bed you had to go make sure check the cows, check the sheep. There's nothing lambing. Generally there's that time period sort of that they don't lamb. So last thing at night, sort of 12 o'clock time, then you maybe look at 5 o'clock before they'll kick off again. So they'll have to.
We fuckers.
You know, we 5 hours sleep.
Yes, that's it. Doesn't mean to say it's all going to happen like that all the time, but usually there was that wee gap you could get, so that was it.
Do you know how mental that is to me? Like I grew up above Stepping Bar. Like I was born. I was born into Stepping Bar. Like I just got up in the morning and ate the cereal, and went to bed at night. I had no other responsibilities whatsoever. I had it pretty good. I wouldn't say good, but it was a different mindset. Completely.
Always did it, and that was you just.
You knew nothing else. I suppose. I watched what do you call that? Rare Breed.
Yeah.
I'd be sitting there like, holy fuck, this is mad.
Good show.
But I'm watching it. I'm really entertained by it because I'm like, I didn't know this happened. I didn't know this happened. Like, this is madness. This is happening just out in the field there. So, I'd never seen it.
So whenever you were younger, did you take anything to do with the bar or?
Not really.
No.
I was never really involved in it. My brother Stephen, he's dead as well. He was involved in it, and then my other sister got involved. And then, just the way things worked out, Stephen died and Maureen stepped away. She doesn't keep good health, so Mummy got me involved, and this is
where we're at.
Back then, school-wise, were you at school much?
Oh,
sounds like a busy.
Mummy was a teacher.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
What did she teach?
Home economics.
Oh, very good.
So we weren't allowed to miss school.
You were probably well fed too.
I remember. Probably one of my best moments, I thought, as my early teenage, maybe I was probably 12, and whoever was working on the farm couldn't come in, and Daddy says to my oldest brother Andrew and Stephen, you two are taking the day off school to feed the cattle and start the farm.
Yeah.
I remember Stephen was doing exams, and Stephen's exams, Daddy. Oh, has he? Right, James, you can take the day off.
Class. I do remember all those wee guys in my class just taking off. Like, I said, where they're at? And the teacher's like, they're not in today. And I was like, I don't want to be in either.
So you were allowed to take holidays for a potato gather.
You what?
You were allowed to take holidays for a potato gather.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. During the potato gathering season, which is this time of year, you were allowed a couple of weeks off and you would still be marked present in school.
That's class. That's mad.
I don't think I remember that in my day.
Oh, I remember the guys just not coming in, and I was like, where are they at?
I'd maybe
I was like, I want to be at home too.
maybe take the odd day off beside a gallon, but that was it. My dad was originally a spud farmer.
Yeah.
So that was
That's
my
busy season for you, yeah.
Halloween and coming up to
absolutely.
Christmas. That was what we did. That was we always had a complaint with. It was my friend Terence, who his dad was a sort of farmer as well, and they did the turf. We had an argument which was harder. Was a pretty on or turf, and little did I realise turfing's really, really hard.
It really is.
But I stood my ground. But the turfing, it's
that's a long.
it's a nightmare because you have to turn it and
then stack it.
and then
That's hard work.
it's hard work.
It's not just a guy going up the field in 135 with a spinner and all he usually picking the
Exactly,
potatoes,
that's what
trying
it
to
is.
beat him before he comes back down again.
You should speak another language. I haven't a clue what's going on here.
I take it you just didn't have a harvester then, or did you ever work?
No. We had an old spinner. So
I remember the spinner.
Yeah.
I do remember the spinner. We got a harvester eventually.
Really?
Aye.
We had quit the spuds by that stage. So
No, we had good fun, and then I wonder how much it was at a box. Did you get, or did you get paid at all?
we were bags.
You were bags. Right.
And it wasn't that. I'm trying to think. Would it have been maybe 30p a bag?
30p
or something
bag.
like that?
Many
Wasn't
bags would there be a day?
No, if you'd probably done 20 bags, you thought you were doing really well. Home with £6.
So, like, whenever I was doing it, was boxes.
How much was that? I was going to say, how much did you get a box?
I don't know. I think it was maybe at the end a $5 a box or something like that.
It was a fair bit of filling
It's
in
a
a
lot of
box.
filling in
so
a
it was-
box. And then you wouldn't fill it like that. You would get it, like, you would think you were filled. And then, like, no, you got to top that up. You got to get a wee peak going there. And that peak would, it would almost be falling out of the box by the time they take it.
Typical farmer. Box isn't full.
I know. That was my dad too. Like. So you'd rarely get paid.
Were you academic, or what was your subjects at school?
I wasn't interested in school.
Just now.
Yeah.
What was your interest in then?
Farming.
Just
was all I wanted to do.
Were you fifth year and then out?
Yeah.
So you weren't
Went
really.
to local college.
Did you find yourself good at anything though? You know, were you strong in any subjects at school? Do you think?
Best subject was art.
Art.
Was it?
Yeah. B.
Probably the most enjoyable.
Thanks, Mrs. Shivers.
I had shivers as well. Did I? I think I did. Aye.
Yeah.
Very good.
What school did you go to? Which
St.
one?
Pius.
St. Pius.
Deadly. Great school. Great school.
I
smart
did
people.
actually good memories of school.
Yeah.
Do you know, I love my kids now, or St. Mary's and Jamie's Holy Family, but they're moaning in the morning, going out to school, and do you know what? It's actually great. So it really is. Enjoy that.
Yeah. Enjoy that.
But
Aye.
no, it's not.
What about the kids? Are they any interest in the farm, or is that what they're into? Or
Don't seem to have at the minute, and I wouldn't push any of them into it. You know,
Yeah.
it's if you do whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
there's no pressure on you. Whereas
fair.
back in our day, it was sort of that was
you
the
were
thing.
forced to.
Not forced,
And
but it was just expected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Passed down by the family,
Yeah.
really, isn't
That's
it?
it.
You kind of you get into it. So you said you went to Lottery College. What was the plan there? Was it like agricultural or
I was
what was
just
it?
going to study agriculture to keep mommy happy.
Yeah.
That was simple as that. So
Were you happy?
I was happy. The crack was matey.
Aye.
I kid you not. There was 60 odd farmers up there.
Aye.
The young lads running around. We thought we were the dogs bollocks. So we hadn't a clue what was going on. Running around the cartwheel bar on a Monday night, for God's sake.
Cookstown. That's a good wee bar. It's not a bad wee
Brilliant
spot.
bar. So it is.
Very good. Very good.
You had Sunday night in the Greenvale,
Yeah.
Monday night in the cartwheel bar, and then Wednesday night in Clubland.
Jesus Christ. You weren't learning too much there. Like,
There was no learning.
what were you learning anyway? What were you
Just
supposed to be
about
learning?
agriculture. So you covered all sectors of agriculture. You had a poultry class, pig class, beef class, dairy class.
Yeah.
Just the whole then crops, everything. So you covered all bases.
And how long did those course you did?
So the course I done was just a national certificate in agriculture, which then could lead you on to a diploma in agriculture, which you went on to Greenmount to do that. So you did. So that was a further 3 years down there, 2 in Greenmount and 1 on a farm. Generally in England, Scotland, they didn't like you to go here. They preferred you to go abroad.
Right. And like to big farms in England?
Oh, aye, yeah. I worked on a farm in North Yorkshire. I got 1,000 acres.
Wow, when was that? Was that straight after this course then?
Yeah.
It's just like
I was 18,
Uh-huh.
so I was on out there.
How did you get into that, or how is that organised, or
The colleges organise it for you.
right?
So they do. There'll be farmers there looking student farm workers.
Aye.
So I suppose it's cheap labour for them.
Yeah.
So you go there for the year.
Do you get paid for that then?
Oh, yeah, you get paid, yeah. Generally, they would ask you to stay on for the following summer, and you'd earn proper money then. So yeah,
So
Was-
they keep you on?
What was the contrast there? Like you grew up on a farm. Do you feel like you learnt more? You know, going to England than you really had known. Do you know what I mean?
it was interesting seeing that scale and how it's
Aye,
done.
aye.
You know, David Morgan, the guy that owned the farm, he was never on the farm.
Really?
He was in the office,
Yeah.
constantly working. There was 5 guys worked on the farm. There was 2 herdspersons, an assistant herdsperson, and 2 tractor drivers. So I was assistant herdsperson and relief tractor driver. They were my duties, but my main role was to the dairy herd. When our duties was finished there, then I could go and do tractor work.
Big business, probably.
And what way does
Massive.
what way does that work? You know the way, like, if you owned your own farm, you're just kind of working all the time to do duties. But what way does it work whenever you're hired by a farmer to do something?
Well,
Are
you
you
just-
working 24/7, like the same as?
Not 24/7, but they had a, so you were working 12, 14 hour a day, but you get every other weekend off. And when you finished on a Friday evening at, let's say, 7 o'clock, the boss actually would say, go away. I don't want to see you Monday morning again. Take your weekend off, enjoy it, you know, catch up, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
But then you're back Monday morning at 5 o'clock, and we go again, and it's work.
Be ready.
Yeah. And you know, I got up 5 o'clock, started milking. As soon as that was done, the cows needed bed, calves needed fed. Then you got breakfast, and you just had
You had a
constant
wee routine sort
Uh-huh.
of that you were doing.
jobs to do, and then if there was any cows needed seeing to, as feet needing paired, things they got there, you know, it's just,
Did you enjoy it over there?
we did that.
Aye. Just.
Oh, don't get me wrong, first 4 weeks, phoned home crying to mummy.
This farm's too
I
big.
hate this, I can't.
This farm's too big for me.
You just missed the crack with the lads too.
yeah.
And then mummy's, you'll be fine, hang in there, you'll be fine. And sure enough, did grew to love it.
Yeah.
So they ended up staying extra time because it's all tenant farms in England.
Right.
So my boss rented 1,000 acres off of a Lord Downey
Right.
who owned, I think it was 20,000 acres.
Jesus.
But his contract wasn't being renewed, so he bought a farm, a pig farm. So he asked me to go with him and help him get that set up. So I was over there with him for a further 6 months, which was interesting.
Very good. There's a
It's
guy.
not on small scale. It's
Yeah. There's a guy I was
Is
talking.
that the only way you can make money, I suppose, in farming
Yeah.
then?
yeah, and to do it here, you need to go that size.
Yeah.
I'm just a hobby farmer, and
Yeah.
I love it. But
Just for a bit of fun, like.
Uh-huh.
You enjoyed it this
Yeah.
stage. What do you have on the farm at the moment?
suck cows.
Suck cows. What's that? I don't know what that is.
So a dairy cow's a calf.
Yeah.
That calf's taken away at birth.
Mhm.
You rear the calf, and then she's producing milk constantly.
Right.
Whereas I have a suck cow, whereas the calf's born, the calf stays on the cow till 8, 9 months of age, and then I sell them on as weanlings when I take them off the cow.
Right. I see. Whenever you finished that last 6 months, what was next for you? Back home? Heading back home?
Came back home.
Reluctant to come home?
Yeah, was the time.
You're just like, I'm loving it here.
my brother Stephen asked me to come home,
Yeah.
and I did.
Was he looking you to help out in the farm? Was that
Yeah.
it?
He was busy with here and the farm.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Still had eggs at that time. So came home and we were working away and it was fine. And then he died the following year. So then I was sort of, oh Christ, I'm in limbo here. I don't know what's going to happen. I was actually supposed to go to America
Right.
for the summer.
Farming.
No.
Fun.
Fun. Heading to Boston for a bit of crack
Yeah.
we were heading out start of April, end of March, start of April. Going to spend all summer there.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, unfortunately. So just the way it was going. Mummy says, "What are you going to do? You know, the cows and stuff need looked after here." James says, "No, I can't go, Mummy. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll be fine."
Back home now. And then back home, what age were you then? What age was that?
I was 20.
20?
So I was, yes.
Is that you boss at the farm then, in a
Yes,
sense? Aye,
yes,
looking
yes.
after it all. And what was next for you then? Were you between the bar and the farm, or?
Still, I wasn't involved up here. I'd worked, but wasn't interested in running the bar. All I wanted to do was farm.
Yeah.
So we still had the egg business. I was looking after it and just on the farm, but primarily on the farm all the time, full time. We were a lot bigger then.
Yeah.
So we were with still a couple of hundred ewes, and 50 or 60 cows. So you were pretty full time at that there.
Yeah, that's busy.
So,
That's a lot.
Still a busy farm.
that's
like,
it.
yeah.
Then I met Fiona, my wife, so the rest sister.
What happened? Where'd you meet Fiona?
We were actually set up on a blind date,
No way!
you know, and we were to meet in Dormans, and I phoned a friend. I said, "Here, listen, I'm going on a blind date. Come on with me, just in case." And I ended up not going up to meet her.
Oh no!
And Fiona, I remember Fiona getting cross, and she left and went somewhere else, probably with some other guy. And we ended up meeting a couple of weeks later. And there you go.
Very good.
She forgave you then.
Thanks. How could she not?
She's still hanging around, isn't she? How many kids later?
4 kids later.
4 kids later.
Yeah.
And you're at Castle Dawson at the moment, and you are just sort of back and forth from the bar. When did you start taking on the bar side of things?
COVID.
Just COVID, right?
Mummy just said during COVID, "James, do you fancy stepping in?"
Yeah.
That's okay. At what sort of a role? And she says, "No, tear away, whatever you want to do there, that's fine." Right, okay. That's good. There's a few ideas.
How many years has this always been in your family? You know, since you've known, or?
As far as I know, so my great granda originally opened it. He and my granny was born in America, in Philadelphia.
Right.
And he lived out there. His brother actually fought at Pearl Harbor.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
So he did.
Wow.
So then they moved home here and bought this property and opened the bar downstairs, which was Higgerty's bar then.
Right. So they bought this bar.
Bought the premises that we were sitting on the money.
Right. And it was Haggerty's at the time.
No, he was Higgerty.
Oh, he was Haggerty.
That was my great granda Higgerty.
Right. Okay.
Originally from Moneynina, but then moved to Philadelphia and then came home.
Came back.
And then he left it then to my granny, and she ran it. But there's a bit of a curse
Oh.
with this.
Have you cursed us?
Yeah. So my great granda moved home and bought this, decided to open a bar, and he only lived for a short time.
Right.
And then it was my granny took over the bar, and she ran it successfully till 1971.
Right.
When she retired. And then she died in 89, and it was left to my daddy and his 3 brothers. And my daddy bought it off of them and decided to open the bar. And he only got 1 month here.
Right.
So every time the license has been in a male name, they haven't lasted long.
Right.
And I've even said to Mummy, I'm not sure I really want the license on my name. So I'm not sure.
You're right. You're right.
So my granny ran it, and then my mummy has ran it, and
Yeah.
it's always mainly been in a female name.
Right.
So
Keep it there.
I know, I'm just kind of thinking, I don't think I want this license in my name, so I'll probably die.
Give it to your wife.
I know, I thought that.
Go put that hex on me. What was this house? Was this a house before, or what was it?
It belonged to the Kilt family,
Right.
but don't know what was here.
Aye.
Previous to that there. 1911, I think 1912, my great granda came home,
Right.
as far as I know, around that time.
From the Titanic. Here.
Mm-hmm.
And did it go through like different names over the years?
It was Haggerty's and stayed there, and then when my granny got married to my granda Seamus O'Kane, it became O'Kane's Bar.
Right.
So it did, and then when they retired, just in 71, it just closed. The boys weren't interested in taking it on as a bar until my daddy did in 89.
It closed for 18 years. Wow. I don't know why, I just feel like this bar's just been here for ever. It's always been a bar, that sort of way. I was actually looking into the history of pubs. They used to be like very much a family. It used to be a house in a sense, and they ended up being, because a family home was a place where people came and socialised and just enjoyed people's company and stuff. It ended up that pubs were people's homes, and the good room or the main room, they used to invite people in from the town, and they used to make them drinks and stuff. And it used to be the hub of the house. I just really interesting.
That's cool.
So as you come in the door, and the fireplace on the right, that was the bar. So it was. And then,
so when you come in the door of the Flax right now,
yeah,
where the fire is, that's where the bar was.
That was the bar.
Right.
And then there would have been a hallway, took you right through, and a stairwell up here, but it's all been knocked down to open it up. But then there was a good room, I suppose, to the left, where people like, God rest John Mackay died not that long ago. John drank in the old bar.
Right.
So he did, and he
probably
says,
always mentioned it.
He says, your granddad would have been working, James.
Aye.
And he says he would have said to me, go on out there and pull the shutter down and close the door.
Yeah.
And he says, I remember going out one night, I went to close the door, next thing there was a foot in the door. And he says, me being ignorant, I was pushing, next thing your granddad came behind me and says, stop, John. It was the local policeman. Come on, you on ahead, go you into the good room. so he was stuck into the good room and given a couple of whiskey. So you got to look after them.
You do, you definitely do. No, that's class. Where did the name come from? So was that Haggerty's and then just Flax? Or
Haggerty's and O'Kane's.
Yep.
And then when Daddy and Mummy reopened it in 1990, it became the Flax Inn.
Became the Flax.
Due to the Flax Market.
Yes.
Was across the road, and then they came over here to get paid for their flax. So they did. So.
Was it not you that told me that?
No.
Someone told me that.
It's good sounds with Mummy.
Rosemary was here earlier. She was telling me.
Oh,
she briefly mentioned that.
Someone told me that the Flax Market was...
Where the old fire station, that's where the Flax Market was.
Oh, was that down there?
No, across the road. That was the old fire station there.
Right.
So it was before it became the fire station, it was the Flax Market. So this is where the flax...
And apparently you would get like different prices on the flax, and you would have to like, you could dispute it.
Apparently so.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's like every farmer would be looking more money. So
Aye.
I think it depended on the quality of the flax.
Bit of a haggle, like.
Yeah.
And you could dispute the price or something along those lines. Aye. That's interesting. That's a really good name.
Yeah, never thought of it at all. No, that's a good one.
Granny O'Kane, seemingly, again, John Mackay, she'd have been known for, if you come in on a Friday evening, first question you were asked, have you been home yet? And if the answer was no, go on home and give the wife some money and then come back.
She was keeping everybody right though.
So you wouldn't spend all the flax money?
Yes, she was making sure the wife had money.
But you can come back?
You can come back.
Make sure you come back.
I'll never forget when we used to run the bar, as a young lad, like just rocking around the place, just chatting to everybody, like it was great. And I remember the phone calls coming through to the bar. And they used to be ringing up, and like my dad or my ma would answer, and it'd be someone asking, like, is he there? And then he'd be like, I was only about 5 or 6, and I was like, he is here, you know. Why is he telling his wife he's not here at all? Like, oh, he's just left there, he's just left. And then they had to fucking leave straight away. I'm way here, thanks away on.
Mick McDowell used to work out in Conlee's cement factory when it was out the Ballyroan Road, and I remember he'd come in and drinking all day. Oh, Rosemary, threw that lunch into the bin or something. So Lily thinks I've been to work today.
Looks like
you're coming in stinking of drink. She's been to the pub.
Liquid lunch. Oh, very good. Your mum ran it for a serious amount of years then, didn't she?
Since 91, since Daddy died, to still is running it. I still call her the boss. So.
she's a well-known figure.
Aye.
There was someone telling me the other day, you need to watch your language. Was it? She was good with the...
She's mellow.
She was good with, don't be...
Oh, she used to be very strict with comes to language.
She's just right. She's just right.
Well, I think she's just, those last few years, That's the way people talk.
She's got used to it.
She's got used to it. Oh, Mummy used to be desperate. If there was a group of ones in the ref, there'll be none of that language in here.
That's class. I actually feel like I want her to do that to me now. Sorry, Rosemary, sorry.
I got someone comment on this podcast that we do swear quite a lot.
We do. I know, I definitely do. I feel like...
But you do forget yourself.
I do. It kind of feels like it's a part of my vocabulary, in a sense.
But I don't think it needs to be. Can we get your ma to come in? She'll sit there every so often.
For all the podcasts.
The whole podcast.
It's like, John.
That's enough.
Just to tell us off. Hello, guys. You get ahead of yourselves.
It's just me, like, that's all I can do. Sorry. I've no other crack. I've no other crack. I just curse. That's all it is.
I do too.
Fiona would tell me to stop cursing sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially at a football match. Oh. I go to somewhere else just so I do.
It's part of the language at this stage, like it definitely is. And then you said, you four kids.
Yep.
You and Fiona. Did Fiona have any bar experience, or was she like?
Fiona's a Magherafelt.
Let's do this.
No, Fiona as ever gets stuck in and right, come on ahead.
Gets on with.
She's full of bright ideas. Most of the ideas is Fiona. So.
How did COVID treat you? You mentioned there that's when you took it over. Obviously Rosemary was here. She obviously didn't want to deal with that. Like that's a lot.
I think that was just it. Mummy just didn't want to deal with it. And right, you know what? You're young. I don't have the enthusiasm to come up with ideas and deals. And it sort of started so that we were all closed down, and then we had the idea of takeaway pints. Mm-hmm. Because we were sitting here with loads of kegs and thought, we're going to do all these, then right, we'll do takeaway pints.
Yep.
So set that up, and that took off really well. I said, so it did. Mm-hmm. I very much think we were running looking kegs.
Yeah.
At the end up, we're going to get kegs because all the wholesalers were closed. Mm-hmm. I ended up having to phone around all the other bars. Will you sell me your kegs? Okay, that'll do.
They're like, what? What? Yeah, James, we'll sell you our kegs. Fucking James is taking our kegs. No bar, how many do you want?
So that actually paid for out the back then. That was right. Okay, I'll see.
Some spot. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy making that wee sort of area? Like,
I remember being really nervous whenever we got to open outside, and legally we weren't supposed to because we weren't licensed out there at that time, but the police turned a little blind eye and says it's okay. We're glad to see places open again. Walk away. Yeah, of course. And I remember that Friday evening thinking, oh my God, is anybody even going to come down here? And I come in, Mummy just said, sure, I'll open it up, James, I'll start. And I was okay, that'll do. And I come up around 5 o'clock. And there's all these people sitting outside. Class. just heaving. You wanted to see. Aye, it wasn't even. It was just nice. It was actually just nice seeing people again and sitting having a drink. Yeah. And really enjoying themselves, you know. And it was that just James, how's it going? Or there's Johnny, there's Sean, there's John. How's it going? And I think that was more the buzz I got off than anything else. For sure, like you've made a place where nobody before, or at that time, nobody could either come together and you had a wee space there that you just could. I was one of them. I sneaked in the back door the odd time. Who was it called at the Guinness Cave? Me. Did you hear me calling it that? Yes, I love that. It is a wee Guinness Cave, like that's what I call it. It's so snug and I love it. Like it's so nice and chilled and it is that sort of like wee area that you can just chill out and have a chat with people, like and slabber away and drink Guinness. Well, that's what a bar is supposed to be. And your mum was just coming out like a conveyor belt of Guinness, like it was class. That's okay. It was deadly. It was so good. No, very good. And then where did that take you? You were going through COVID and then it opened up again. And was that your first couple of years in the bar trade? Then you were in we started, but then got stopped again. Aye. Because then there was another lockdown. Yeah. So there was. I'm trying to remember the date of that. Oh, sort of. Was it the end of October time? Then it didn't open again until sort of January, February time again. So up and running, but then knocked back down again. Yep. And didn't even do anything different second time. Just we got inside, opened the second time, which was the good part. Like, for sure, I think everybody likes to be fire and all down there. It's cozy. And then we talked about up here. We call it the good room.
Yeah.
And
Is that what you're calling it? Is it?
yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
official name?
Good
The
room.
official name is the
He
good
gave
room.
us the good room. Like.
That's
So,
brilliant.
oh.
Love that.
I'm trying to remember. It was either Olivia or Fiona's brother Martin.
Came
And
up
they
with
were,
that.
they were chatting. She said, come on, everybody's house had a good room years ago, so let's call it the good
Aye.
room.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
And that goes back to what you were talking about, doesn't it?
Well, aye, about the good room being the sort of heart of the house sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. And yeah, this you've got the nice
Yeah, you get the fireplace.
nice fireplace, and it is a good room. Like it's lovely. I've actually, obviously, we were telling everybody that we're starting to come doing our podcast here, and I've been showing. We're like, that's some spot. That's such a nice wee area, like, which is class. Like
It is. It's lovely to hear that there because people don't. Well, up here originally it was open. There was the bar downstairs, and then this was the lounge,
aye,
which
yeah,
was always couples and things like that there. But then it just faded away. You know, new bars up the town and things like that. People moved
Yeah.
on. So it was closed for a long time.
Yeah.
So it was, and then me and Fiona were looking at it, and we talked about it for probably 4 or 5 months. But then a guy, Aidan Keenan, who got engaged to Alice Loughran, and phoned, could we have an engagement party in your place, James, out the back? And I said, no, you can't. Why not? Because there's a party out the back booked for that night, so I'm sorry, and I can't. Hung up the phone, and Fiona said, what are you doing? Told her the crack. She says, well, there's the kick in the arse you need, James. Just phone it back and say, listen, I'll have upstairs, sort of, would that do? So this is how it...
you had to get started. You had to get it sorted.
I
By
was
that.
we had, I think, 3.5 weeks
Deadly.
to get it done, and
Very
thankfully
good.
it all worked out. So that's it.
Deadly.
Class.
That
No,
was
it looks the part. It's really nice.
Do you know what it was? I actually still thought it was the lounge that you had, and then when I walked in, I goes, "Holy shit, this is lovely."
But do you remember the old fixed furniture
There's
over
like
there
booths
and
and
everything?
stuff, like,
Yeah,
isn't there? Aye,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. No, it was still nice. I like the rustic old bar look, but this is obviously lovely too.
I did wonder, should we keep it, and then thought,
Yeah.
no, I'll try this.
This is
It's
lovely.
not that mad a change. You know, there's no mad expense put into it or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that there. It's just all pretty budget. And
Yeah. And tell me this, over obviously COVID and all, the bar trade isn't as fruitful as it is. Hospitality is an absolute shitter. Like I keep hearing there's guys in Belfast and bars in Belfast, they're charging crazy money. They don't know what to do. They've no staff or that way. What way have you seen it over from COVID onwards since you started? Like, is it?
initially there was a big influx because everybody wanted to get out again.
Aye.
But
yeah.
it's died away again. But I always found we always are like a good regular
Yeah.
customer base here, and they are pretty loyal to us and keep coming back, and we probably have built on that slightly. Just I don't know what we're doing, but we're just opening up, being friendly, being nice to people, and come on in.
Sure, that's all you need to do.
I know that really is it generally, but I don't know. You go into some places and you can just feel an atmosphere in some
Yeah.
places, and I don't know about this place. We'll move on somewhere else, but try and make people comfortable.
Yeah. Would you say your mum's influence on the place would have that as well? You know,
Oh.
historically, she's made it quite a nice place for people to come, welcoming, I suppose. Yeah.
And we were never known for a lively bar.
Yeah.
You know, the younger ones, they're going to go wherever they're going to go. And
I've been in a few lively nights, to be fair.
it has got
I've been in a few lively nights. Jesus. But it was good. It was obviously a great night. Well, what about, like, a good one there is Northern Ireland laws on pubs. Like, do you see that getting better? You know, like, was it Good Friday and Easter and all those sorts of things? Do you think that's a real detriment to the pub game? Or do you want it off?
Mummy loved that.
Oh, did she?
That Good Friday was, that's great. We easy day to day, so she did. I do think that's on the past now. We've got to move on.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a strange one.
They've extended the law to later night drinking, which is that really necessary?
Yeah.
To what time then? What time is it?
So you can go on now if you can apply for the litter license to 3:30.
To 3:30.
Yeah, and I think
That wouldn't it wouldn't apply to these pubs.
2 o'clock, I'd be home with kebab, right?
Well,
I
I
literally
think
just be lying there.
Secrets is sort of 2 o'clock, isn't it? It
Right.
can stop serving at night. By that time you've had enough drink.
Aye,
You really
for
need
sure,
to go
like-
any further.
I've definitely had enough
but I-
drinks these days.
Good Friday and things like that. God, I think them days is all long gone. Like
Yeah.
5 o'clock opening, Wasn't it 5 o'clock you couldn't open to on Good Friday?
Aye.
I remember the
And closed by
conversation.
10.
You'd just be sitting there on Good Friday. What time did they close at? What time are you thinking? They're closing at 10. Here, when are you serving to? I don't know. We'll soon see. Mad, like. Mad.
Aye.
What about that balancing act? Like, you have a pub and you have the farm. Is there much of a balancing act?
And a
now?
full-time job as well.
Well, it works now that since COVID we only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Right.
Sunday. So it allows me then, at the start of the week, I can do what I need to do on the farm.
Right.
You know, and family life as well, because I try not to work on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Just to be at home, because you want to see the kids. You know, and I remember a couple of nights coming up here, and Jamie, my youngest, where are you going, Daddy? And I'm going to the bar, and he's all, do you have to? And I was,
Yeah.
oh, you felt this big, like you're just, oh, crap, am I actually leaving him here?
Yeah.
But I had to do it, and now my daughter Olivia, she's very involved in the bar. She works here most weekends, and she loves it.
Good.
So she does, oh, and why don't you do this and do that? And
That's good. Good
Daddy,
having that.
what? Tidy up the girls' toilets. Why? Girls like taking pictures in the toilets. Okay, right. I'll do all of it.
That's a good point. That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
They haven't been changed in 32 years. So
Still cold. Still just cold water. Very good. What about yourself, James? Where do you go for? What do you do to chill out? Do you have a drink yourself, or is there a pub or a restaurant you like to go to?
Do you know, me and Fiona, right? Saturday night passed was Fiona's birthday the weekend, so I was working Saturday night. And 4:30, I said, you want to go for a couple of quick drinks now? Fee, you get a wee birthday drink before I have to go to work. Where we go? I don't know. Where will we go? I ended up coming here, and I ended up having to work.
Happy birthday!
She was sitting at the.
Happy birthday!
She was sitting beside the bar.
Thankfully, her sister and Tony, Tony who works here, great barman, they came and they joined in as well.
They had a few drinks, and you served them.
I ended up serving them.
Hey, he's made a bit of money.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you know where I enjoy it? Just, and it's a man's bar, but Phil McKeever's in Castle Dawson, the corner bar.
What's it called?
Is that the one with the very?
Phil McKeever's.
Phil's bar, but it's called the corner bar, but everyone at the time would just call it Phil's.
Aye, so you're going through Castle Dawson, past the wee centre or whatever, and then you get a roundabout.
Many roundabouts just there.
On the left, near the bridge.
It's on the corner.
Near the
See a lot of
bridge.
smokers coming out.
Yeah, they're all standing in the corner. Right, so.
Smokers bar.
I don't know, but they don't smoke in it.
They don't smoke in it. Just stand
Oh,
in the
right,
corner and
right,
smoke
There
it.
in it, is there?
No, they has one built, but
Everyone
you
just
know,
goes out.
everybody goes out the front door still. Great spot for just a good beer and
Just a quiet pint.
And you'll always end up, well, it's the same as any bar. You always find somebody you know.
Aye.
Yeah.
Get into a conversation about something and just
Yarn for days.
yeah. And I'm only come down for 2, and I'm 6 here at the minute.
Home on Tuesday. So what about Guinness yourself in this pub? Why is the Guinness so good?
Good question.
Have you an answer for us?
Good question.
I don't know. You know, clean glasses. Is it clean glasses? Is it's not travelling far? You know, the keg store is just behind the downstairs bar.
Yep.
So it's only really travelling, 7-8 foot. You know, if that's something to do with it, I don't really know.
It's interesting. It's just the fact that you always hear about these bars. Why do you have the best? Why do they have the nicest Guinness? You know.
Yeah.
And I told you the story. It's about the water. You know, and where it's travelled. But it's you just always say the pints or.
It has to be more than
Oh, it has to be.
Because there's certain bars here in Magherafelt that if you have a Guinness in it, it's
Fuck, you spit it out. Like,
I've asked the Guinness guys, and they maintain it's the glassware.
right?
They're
so it's how clean unions clean these.
like they maintain you need to be replacing your glasses constantly.
And do you?
Well, we try to if they're available, but they're not always available to get.
And you have to get these as well.
And then like, one Guinness guy says
Split
there,
the
so
G.
if you're in a bar that serves food, and if they're washing the dinner plates along with the glasses, so the glass will get a grease build up inside, which won't help pint quality. So that should be separate. And well, we don't have that issue, you know, we don't serve food here, so So I don't know, like Bryson serves a really good
So
Guinness.
I
enjoy it.
I've had arguments with
The
people.
rugby
about
club would do a good Guinness too.
Not bad. Do you know where is a wee sort of wee gem as well? My old golf club. Random. Have you ever had one out there?
Yep.
Really nice Guinness.
said that whenever
It's lovely. It's lovely. I still maintain the best ones here, by the way. Don't care what you say. You've heard me. You've heard me. I'm serious. Like
I leave that envelope out.
Is he paying me or I paying him? I don't know what's going on. But yeah.
Aye, Kieran Toner to be fair to him in the golf club would serve a good pint of Guinness.
The Guinness was lovely. I was out there.
It is very
But
good.
then if you go by that, Bryson's serves food. So does
Yeah.
the golf club serves food, I hear, doesn't it? So, I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. I don't think anybody knows.
Do a bit of research on
As
that.
long as
Although it is, the companies will come and clean your lanes every 5 weeks.
I wondered that actually. They do.
They do, that's part of the service. So it's supposed to be every 5 weeks. Sometimes it runs on, but generally when you'd see the fobs, so you'll see a build-up of starch in the fobs. Usually when you see that, even if it is 4 weeks, you know all the guys that's coming because they're coming all the time. You in the town? I'm not far away. Come on up and clean the lanes for us there, would you?
I was wondering if you keep the lines dirty, does it add to the taste or
No.
I don't know. I don't know why I think that. Just we taste it.
There goes your theory.
There goes my theory. Yeah.
No, when you can see the lanes is clean, that's flowing.
I thought the bars were the better Guinness. Their lines weren't as clear. They were just clogged up with just thick Guinness. Like
Just goodness.
that's what I thought it was. Like thick goodness of Guinness. That's how I thought it was.
What about spirits? What would you be, a whiskey man? Would you be a vodka man? Gin?
I would be prone to whiskey.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
What type of whiskies do you have in here?
We don't really have a big range. You're just your typical Blackbush, your Bushmills, Jameson, Purrs. Always had a Scotch whiskey in it for some reason with grouse.
Grouse.
Bells, I think there's bells downstairs as well. Don't know why, we always did keep Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
I have Fiona's niece is married to a Scotch guy. And he'll argue Scotch whiskey is way better than Irish whiskey.
He's wrong.
He's wrong. Completely wrong.
No, but there's the fact that is Irish whiskey not? We had what do you call him, Jameson.
Jameson,
And
guy.
he said Irish whiskey's the best in the world because it's held to higher standard. It's left
Really?
longer in the barrel. It needs to meet this sort of. Whereas I don't
Meets a certain standard. That's right. Yeah.
And Scotch isn't met to this.
American, the
same with
bourbon as well.
Bourbon's
I would find Scotch coarser.
Yeah.
When I'm drinking it, I would. Oh God, I can
Some
feel
of
that
it's
one going down.
drinking pure turf.
Some of it's it's tar.
We had Seamus Ogan for a podcast months ago, and I was drunk by the end of it, and we hadn't drank that much.
No, we did.
Oh, we did.
Every 5 minutes, I was like, right, break.
To be fair, and he was he knew I wasn't fond of whiskey, and he was just like, right, let's go, John, next one. And I was like,
we had a party at our house last summer, and it was all going grand, having a few bottles of beer. It was a lovely evening in the garden.
Yeah.
And Fiona, I don't know why Fiona decided to bring out a bottle of Scotch whiskey, which was a gift from Liam, Fiona's niece, Elaine's husband. And I was okay, we were just tippling away, and then the bottle of Jameson came out.
Oh, Jesus.
And there was a big squad of us, we were all just tippling away, and Dermot was sitting beside me, and he just constantly filled my glass. And I have no idea, at some point I got up, because I had to go for a pee the door was there, and I could not go in that direction. I went that way, and I was like, everybody started roaring and laughing at me. Can someone please help me get to that door?
Someone direct me to the door.
And I got tucked up into bed.
No, I remember that.
And I was fine as soon as I stood up, I was like, whoa, what's just happened here?
I love that night out where you've just been sitting drinking. Someone's been handing you drink the whole time, and then you go to stand up.
You're sitting
You're back down again.
Or the air hits you. Mm-hmm. Oh, very good. One thing we do, James, on the podcast is at the very end we say, you know, you as James, what do you hope people to get from a conversation with you, from the Flax? You know, what do you hope they leave, you know, thinking whenever they come in here to meet yourself, meet the Flax? You know, apart from being drunk, what do you?
Do you know what? I hope they actually get the feeling that they want to come back again.
Yeah.
And just, that was a good conversation. I had a good night's crack there, whether if it's with me or whether if it's with Mum or Fiona or Tony or any other staff that work here. You know, you just be nice to people, just and because actually you get a wee buzz there and you see, oh, there's new people coming in, and then a few weeks later you see them coming back and you go, all right, I've done something right there, so that's good.
Yeah, no, it's probably the best response you could give there. Like, you know, that is nice, recurring people.
Yeah,
they've enjoyed themselves, and that's it.
What it is, I don't know. If it's, you know, my smile just
could be.
Doubt it.
Here, it could be the Guinness too.
Could be the Guinness. Hopefully it's the Guinness. Definitely don't think it's my smile.
Probably the Guinness.
We'll stick with the Guinness. So.
And that Guinness Cave out there too that you've created. You knew rightly what you were doing. No, brilliant, James. Look, I had a really good time. You had a good time, James?
Brilliant.
Good time for
you. You know what? That is actually breaking it coming on here, so I was glad I done it. Glad I done it. It's just a bit of crack and chat.
No, thank you very much for coming on. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for
having
having
me. Good. My eyes are open to the farming world now, and the pub world as a whole. Had a really good time. Will we cue the board on?
Let's give it a go. See if
we'll
actually get to see
it works. Cue the board on.